What?
Somebody else say hello.
Hello. You're joining us today. That's exciting. Hello, Grant. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, no worries. Pleasure. Yeah, thanks for having me.
So tell me, where are you? I actually don't know where you are.
So we're near Echuca, where Pine Grove is the little area where we're from, but it's sort of not much there. It's Lockington is the next little town. Well, man started no-tilling in the early 80s. They were fairly early adopters of that as well. And well, I'm actually sixth generation on the farm here. So I think we had a 140-year anniversary a couple of years ago now. Yeah, we've been no-tilling for a fair while.
How far your understanding under the soil has grown in terms of companion planting, of understanding how the different plants interact with each other and feed each other. The mix of species is what actually makes things really do well from a nutrient exchange, and they actually help each other, like feeding each other. How much you could reduce chemicals because of it, if not eliminate them.
Yep, no, definitely. Yeah, that's what we. So we've focused on a lot of that. I suppose, like looking at principles of soil health, there's sort of certain things that we will follow. And basically we look at our farm just as a bigger garden. Like we're still, we want to keep a mulch on there as long as we can. Residue, so no burning, keep it covered. No cultivating, digging it all up, because that's destroying all the soil structure and the fungi and the things that are in there to work. And then diversity through roots. Different plants. So we all sort of know, when you're gardening, if you keep growing tomato after tomato, you're going to run into disease and different things. And so what we try and do, with either multi-species planting, either it's companion crops growing two things together, or even more, we do some mixes, what they call cover crops or multi-species forest crops, where we might have 13, 14, 15 species all together at the one time. And it's kind of just mimicking nature, really. Like, nowhere in nature do you have a monoculture. It's unnatural. And when you have monocultures, things like weeds pop up. Things like, you get more pressure from insects and diseases and things like that, because, the weeds are just nature's way of trying to add more diversity. So when we get a diversity, we can look at weeds as indicators of what's, the soil needs, whether it be a tap-rooted plant or fibrous roots, like carbon-building plants and things like that. If we get a lot of diversity, what can happen is this thing they call quorum sensing. And so through fungal associations, the roots can actually sort of talk to each other in some ways and collaborate. And so basically, when plants are growing, if we're at the moment, our whole world has got too much carbon in the atmosphere. And the best way to get that carbon out of the atmosphere into the soil is through plants.